2 of the biggest and most popular phones to be released this year, this is part 1 of a 2-part video series outlining why the Samsung Galaxy S5 or the iPhone 6 is going to be better for you. It's going to help you make your own decision. I am not telling you which to buy. Before you go and leave a hate-filled comment letting me know how much of an Apple fanboy I am, you've got to know this. I've actually used the Samsung Galaxy S5 on and off for the past 8 months or so, and I have lots of good things to say about it. So wait for the next video where I outline 10 reasons the S5 is better than the iPhone 6. If you don't like those reasons, then go ahead and feel free to hate on me as much as you want. Without further ado, let's get into it. Number 1, and there's absolutely no contest here, it's all about the design. The iPhone 6 is one of the most gorgeous smartphones I've ever used. The rounded aluminium corners, rounded off screen edges, just make the iPhone 6 a joy to look at and to use. Everything has clearly been thought about to the greatest extent, whereas on the Samsung Galaxy S5, we have a dimpled plastic back that I'm still definitely not sure on, a port that is covered by this just ridiculous flat, and a fake chrome plastic bezel. Like I said, there's really no contest here. Number 2, build quality. Related to design, but a whole lot of difference here, the iPhone 6 feels almost flawless to hold in your hand. It feels substantial, high quality, and in short, it feels like something that's been designed by Apple. The materials in use here versus the mainly plastic build of the Samsung Galaxy S5 go towards creating a much more premium experience. Something about picking the phone up in the morning and feeling cold brushed aluminium is actually strangely reassuring. If you're into plastic builds, the S5 may be your pick here, but in my eyes the iPhone 6 is leaps and bounds beyond the S5 when it comes to build quality. Next we're talking about the display. Not the resolution, not the black levels or saturation, but how close the display is to the glass panel that actually covers it. On the iPhone 6, the glass and digitizer seem to be a whole lot closer, giving an impression that you're interacting directly with the display, almost like it's printed just below your fingers. If you ever used a laminated display like the one on the old HTC One X, it's a lot like that. The S5, however, has a slight depth to the display like the majority of smartphones, so it's actually a less immersive experience. Touch ID. Touch ID was one of the first mainstream fingerprint scanners, first appearing on the iPhone 5S. It's only got better with the iPhone 6 and it hasn't failed on me once in the almost 3 days I've actually been using this phone, not mentioning the new Apple Pay integration, and you've got yourself one fantastic little biometric. Compare this with a rather questionable swipe down fingerprint scanner on the S5 that I've actually had to choose not to use because it really doesn't work reliably, and this is one big win for Apple. Number 5, 240 frames slow motion video. iPhone 6 can capture 240 frames per second slow motion video at 720p and it looks really good. The S5 on the other hand maxes out at 120 frames per second at 720p and the actual video quality isn't nearly as good either. This isn't going to be a major issue for most people, but if you're wanting high quality slow-mo device, then the iPhone 6 is definitely the one for you. Number 6 is the size. For myself, I personally prefer a larger phone, and I've been using the OnePlus One for the past few months and it really is a bit of a beast. However, for people with smaller hands, the 4.7-inch screen size could be a critical amount smaller than the 5.1-inch screen device found on the S5. This size difference could well be the difference between being able to reach one corner of the device and not being able to, which is actually a pretty huge deal when it comes to phone usage. Number 7, related to the size but on a whole different functionality, is reachability. Simply double tapping the home button of the iPhone 6 will slide the entire display down in order to allow you to tap hard to reach places on the display. This might look a little bit stupid or a bit goofy, but it really is one of the most intuitive things in place on the iPhone 6. Once you get used to it, it really is no going back, and there's no such functionality on the Samsung Galaxy S5, so for now you're going to have to struggle to press the back buttons on your Galaxy. Number 8, iOS usability. No matter what you say, you can't argue that iOS is an easier operating system to use than Android, especially Android with a large dose of TouchWiz applied over the top. Comparing the settings applications, I think you have to agree that the iPhone 6 here is a whole lot less confusing. Of course, ease of use isn't a factor for everyone, but on the whole it's definitely a good thing if software presents a better and a more simple user experience. Number 9, a physical silent button. This could sound like a small thing, but it's such a big deal to me personally that I thought there must have been other people who this appeals to. Not only is the silencing of the iPhone 6 very quick, simply toggle the silence switch on the side and then you're pretty much good to go. It acts as a visual cue without unlocking your phone to see whether it's silent or not. With the S5 there is no such button, no such physical silent button, so you're going to need to unlock or go into the settings or check one of your toggles to make sure you're on the right sound profile. Finally, number 10, update speed. This is actually much more of a big deal than it might seem. The iPhone 6 will be receiving updates to every new software release that is made available by Apple on pretty much day one. With the Samsung Galaxy S5, you're going to have to wait until either your carrier or your manufacturer deems it to be ready to upgrade. Hardly a good thing when you want the ability to take 1,000 selfies all at once from the next Android release, but you get told there's going to be a 4-month wait before you get that update. 10 reasons why the iPhone 6 is better than the Samsung Galaxy S5. As I said, I will be following up this video shortly with 10 reasons the S5 is better than the iPhone 6. Share your opinions on these phones down in the comments below. I'm going to be sure to respond to as many as possible. Until next time guys, I'm out.